Hello everybody, CalviNNatioN here with another video for you guys. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about a lot of different things. I'm going to kind of split this video up. I've already tried a few takes with it and it's like I've enjoyed what I've said about my knives. But then I start getting way too deep and I'm like, how am I going to edit this and how are people going to watch this? So first, I'm going to talk about some knives here. It's going to be kind of serve as a collection update, as well as what I still flip, the fact that I am still flipping, the fact that I still carry knives, blah blah blah. So let's talk about some knives for a little bit, and then we're going to talk a little bit about some personal stuff, and try to answer some questions that my viewers have had for me every time I release a non-knife related video. So I've set up my knives sort of according to how much I flip them. My favorite flippers, coincidentally, the first two are my first two ever knives I've ever bought. The funny thing, I was thinking about it too, is this 42, it's my favorite flipper. It's the first knife on the list here. I got this thing back in 2009. That's crazy. And I started making videos back in 2009 as well. My voice wasn't actually even fully developed at that point, which is funny. You can straight up go back to my first videos and you'll see that my voice is higher. It's hilarious. So basically, what am I saying? I don't know. This knife has so much nostalgia and memories to it that it's my favorite flipper, hands down. I might even be just a little bit biased to it just because it's such a special knife to me. But it also is an amazing flipper. If I lost this thing, I'd cry, 100%. But yeah, it's my favorite flipper. Also, thanks to anyone who's been here forever, since I've started making videos. I doubt there's a single person from the dawn of my video making. If you guys are even watched this far, a lot of people don't. Comment how long you've been watching. I'm curious to know. It's not one of those stupid things where it's like, comment this, comment that, just so I get comments. It's like I'm actually curious. Next we got our 51. Second favorite flipper, second knife I've ever owned. Love this bad boy. This thing also has so much nostalgia. If you guys want, you can check out one of my last Balisong videos where I say, the title is 51 nearly gets me arrested. I'm not going to describe it too much, but I talked about how if I lost a 42, I would probably cry. It's similar with the 51, and it almost happened this summer. This was my staple knife this summer. I used it to eat, to cut anything. It was my everyday carry knife. But also, being in Canada, it's illegal, and I got caught with it, and I almost got it taken away. So if you want to know more about that, you can check out that video. But I love this thing. It's a light flipper. I think people can still agree that it's a great flipper. I think there's probably stuff that's way better than it now, but I love it. I love flipping fast. I love the 3.3 ounces. It just whips around. Anyway, next, my third favorite flipper is probably the Tac 2. It's really long, also quite light, really cool for chaplains and twirls, which are kind of my favorite things. I don't know. I really like this knife. A lot of people had some issues with it. I kind of overlooked those issues. I really like it. Small fly, dope little knife. I love this thing. I flip it actually a lot. Not really so much anymore. These three I still flip today. This one I don't really flip much. The Basilisk I actually do still flip today. I've just probably flipped this one more than the Basilisk in the lifetimes of owning these two. Then I won't really say much about the others, but we have the blue 51, the blue small fly, and the 32. I've actually flipped the 32 quite a bit. The reason I don't flip these so much, these two, are because they're sort of collectors. It's I've got the black version of the small fly. I've got the black version of the 51. So it's I might as well keep these in good conditions and beat the hell out of these two and flip these ones. So yeah. So these are kind of my staple knives, I would say, this first row. In the back, we have the Chimera 5, which, as we know, it cut me. So the reason I don't flip this is because, I have much better flippers than the Chimera series, right? I got the 42 and the 31. It's not a whole lot of reason for me to flip this, but I straight up have not really touched this knife since I got 7 stitches from it back like however many years ago. In the back I got the 47, which also was more of a collector's thing. It's like I have the 42. I don't really need to flip the 47. It doesn't offer that much difference. So I have it. I actually got it for fairly cheap. These things would probably sell for quite a bit more at this point. But I love that thing, just don't really flip it a whole lot. In the back there we got our Chimera 3. Don't even really need to open it. Same reasons as Chimera 5, besides the fact that this one didn't cut me. Just don't really flip it because it's not really my style of flipper. 62, it's a good looking knife. Probably the one that sort of, I don't know, I wouldn't say upset the Balisong community the most, but it's kind of like, I also kind of bought this as a collector's. It's like Benchmade knew the desire of the 42. They didn't want to make any more. They wanted to keep something mysterious about the 42. So it's like, let's make the 62 a shorter and crappier flipper. I like it. I just don't flip it. 53, another hilarious flipper. Really does not flip. Like you can't even do rollovers with it. And also, I've done a few takes on this. I haven't opened this thing in a long time. Straight up, it looks like there's like blood on it. It's freaking me out. I know it's not blood. I think it's just rust, which I'm gonna need to clean off. But my mom will just like go into my knife drawer and use my knives for things. So clearly my mom took this out and either killed someone and now there's blood on it, or B, probably just killed like an orange and cut the orange and now there's rust on it. But it also looks like there's like wood on it. I don't know. I'm gonna ask my mom who she killed. But that's weird. Yeah, like I said, in the last take I opened it up having no idea there was like shit all over the blade. And I was like, what? Because that definitely was not me. In the back, there actually is a knife that I flip fairly frequently. I don't know why I didn't put it in the front row. But the spider fly. This thing is actually so sick. I love the length. I love the look. I've always loved the look of the small fly as well. So there's a reason I bought this one. This thing is so dope. I wish Spyderco made more Bally's because I love their knives in general. I think they probably have some good ideas for Balisongs. They just, I don't know, maybe there's just not enough of a market for them. They're not that interested in them. I don't know. They should make more Bally's. It's a shame this one got canceled or whatever, discontinued, because it was sick. That thing was discontinued ages ago, but that one actually flipped quite a lot. It's really heavy, but it's like super long. It's the longest one I got. I think the second longest is the tack 2 there, which you can kind of see. It's a good another 1/4 inch longer than the tack 2. But yeah, those are the knives I flip. Those are all the knives I own. I have another 42 in my bedroom, which isn't mine. I still have to sell it. Don't message me about it. There will be a video about it soon. But yeah, those are the knives I flip. These are all my knives. So hopefully that was a little bit of enough knife porn for you guys. And now I'll talk a little bit more about some personal shit. How's about that? This part of the video I want to get a little bit more personal. Not anything shocking. But I want to address a few things that have been, I don't know, I guess I want to address questions that I keep getting from people every time I release a video that's not knife related. Basically the biggest topic I want to discuss is why I'm not really making knife videos anymore. And there's one really main reason for that, and I have discussed it before. The reason why I made knife videos was, well, let's start way back. I got my 42, like I said, like back in like 2009 kind of thing, right? And I was always moderately interested in video making, and coincidentally that same year I took my first ever kind of film course in high school. It was grade 10, I think. It was English media. We only got to make one film in it. It was just like a media class in high school. Like, it's a cliche media class, so you do some, like, I don't even remember what we did, but I just remember we made a video in it, and we do editing, video making, and some other stuff, media stuff. And so I got my knife and also started getting interested in video making. So once I got my knife, half of the excitement was, holy shit, I got the 42. Like, I'm stoked. Like, I'm so happy about that. And it was such a sweet knife. It's a great flipper. It's like still my favorite flipper. I still flip it a lot. But the other half of the excitement was, I want to take this to YouTube and like show people that I have this knife. And I had these ideas for those Team Fortress videos. And then that started snowballing. Those Team Fortress videos, the tutorials, got like weirdly a lot of views. They went like semi-viral. I mean, for like a 16-year-old kid. Like, I got like 5,000 views in one night kind of thing, which is like sick. Like, I was like amped. Like, that was like the top 10 ampness I've ever had. So, like I said, if we start back from there, the excitement wasn't just in purchasing a knife, flipping the knife. It was about getting it and then also making videos about them. And the only reason I have all of these knives here today is because I wanted to make videos about them. I was also stoked to have them, but I don't think I would have got these knives if I didn't also want to make like a YouTube career out of it. So basically what I'm saying is, my passion for knives goes hand in hand with my passion for filmmaking. The funny thing is, I'm still very passionate about filmmaking, so why am I not making knife videos anymore? Well, like I said, it was like a 50-50% passion. So at this point, I don't have the same passion for knives that I used to, but I do have the same passion for film that I used to, and possibly more. However, the things that I'm passionate about filmmaking, like the things I'm passionate to make films about, aren't knives. So because of that, I'm not really collecting new knives or learning new moves or flipping as much. And actually, I'm carrying my military. And I don't even really carry these as much, and I don't think about them as much, and I don't purchase these really anymore. Doesn't mean I'm not into knives like crazy still. I still, like I said, play with them quite a bit. They're just not the things I want to make videos about. So I guess in a roundabout way, what I'm saying is, where have I been? Well, I've been making videos about other stuff. I've been doing a lot of photography. If you guys want to look at the description, I'll put my Instagram there. You can kind of see my favorite works on my Instagram. Instagram's not really a great place for photography, but I mean, you can check it out. But yeah, I mean, photography and filmography is really at the forefront of my life right now. It's just, I don't want to be investing those talents into knife videos anymore. You guys might have seen Shuffle. It's a video me and a few school friends came up with a couple weeks ago. It was actually a really sick film. I really enjoyed making it, and I think I'm not trying to be cocky, and I don't think this to like the most greatest extent, but I mean, it's something you would see almost like a Freddie W. make. I don't think it's crazy far off from something that actual like famous YouTube filmmakers would make. And that was a great passion for me. And doing film in school, I'm going to school for film, has been such a great passion for me, and it's just much more at the forefront of my mind than knives ever were. So yeah, I mean, I'm sorry, sort of not sorry to say it, and I don't think any of you guys would be upset with me saying it anyway, but knives are just not my jam anymore. in a filming kind of way. So, I don't know, I guess, what else do I talk about? Basically, I just want to let you guys know that, of course, I'll always still be around. I'm obviously not as active as I ever was. But that's just the thing. People change. I've changed. And I think the one unfortunate bit about YouTube is when we see people change on YouTube, it's very upsetting in a way. I mean, even I've felt it. You know, your favorite YouTubers start changing. They don't post anymore. I remember, I don't think any of you guys will know what I'm talking about, but one of my favorite knife reviewers, his name was NYC Dave. He had like the best knife reviews. Like, he was so sick. He was like, I don't know, he had this just very unique way of speaking. He was a guy that you like just fantasize being friends with, you know. He just like had the sickest knives. And you're like, this dude's so dope. And he would post videos very infrequently and then start posting them like with more and more space in between. And eventually he just quit and then responded to a few messages saying he might come back, or like he had plans to come back, and he never did. And I remember I was like almost hurt by that. I was just like, oh man, he was so sweet, and like he left and he never came back and he never said anything. I won't do that to you guys. I won't just peace out and never come back, but I can't promise that I'll just keep making knife videos and keep trying to please that community. And I'm okay with losing subscribers if I keep posting nature shit or like actual film stuff. And the sad truth is, videos will come very infrequently. I don't know, I think I should kind of stop there. I just still really appreciate the guys who have been with me since day one, or I mean since any time you've subscribed. I've been stoked that you're with me, and any people who defend me in the comments when people get all upset about where I've been and why don't I post knife videos anymore and that stuff. I super appreciate the guys who, you know, defend me. Not that I need defending, but just the guys who appreciate that people change and that I have changed, and that sometimes people just find hobbies in new things. It's like I said, of course, I'll always have a hobby in knives, but I'm a changing guy, and I can't be here like I used to be all the time. So, let's leave it at that. If you guys have any questions for me, please let me know. I know people won't get this far in the video, so let's see how many people ask me, how do I get Balisongs into Canada? I'm not going to answer you. It's too complicated. I'd like to answer you, but it's not just like a very simple question to answer. You know what? I'm just going to peace out. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll catch you later.